Hello, guys, welcome back to the chaos of the everyday. This might get me kicked out of the Dull Women's Club for being too exciting, but I'm going to take my chances. Husband and I sleep in hammocks at home, for real, every night. Started out as a way to get more comfy in our adventure van. We figured out a way to hang the hammocks inside the van and found that we slept so well that we hated going back home to our TempurPedic beds. So we got rid of the bed at home and hung hammocks instead. We love it. Been 3 full years of hammocks at home and we have zero regrets. Hammocks might not be for everyone, but they certainly are for us. And before you ask how we do all the fun stuff, we get that question all the time, just use your imagination and maybe Google it. Or maybe don't. Might be too exciting. Dull woman in the Pacific Northwest, side sleeper, hammock aficionado, no bananas in the hammock. But the hammock is banana shaped, so that should count for something. Hello, dull ones. I'm Cocky, 55 years old. I've been a bit down lately because it is summer here and I notice my age more when I am in a swimsuit. But last night I caught a glimpse of my ankles in the mirror and I don't like to brag, but I'll go ahead and say what you're all thinking. They're stunning. Seriously, I have the ankles of a 25-year-old. They don't carry any extra weight, have no wrinkles or age spots. And every single pair of socks I've ever owned in my adult life would still fit. I know. Pretty impressive. Out of bananas. Size 8 US. I'm inspired by other women's dull stories, so wanted to share mine. This is a picture of me and my ex-husband taken on our cruise last month. We divorced over 3 years ago. We still irritate the hell out of each other at times, but when we travel, there is rarely any friction at all. We live within 2 miles of each other and get together for happy hour at least once a week. We're there for each other if we find ourselves in a bind. Carry keys to each other's home and text daily. I wish more than anything that we could live together peacefully, but that may never happen. We are vastly different in too many ways, but we have found that middle ground, which allows us to remain close at a distance. Size 8 shoe, would someone please tell me why we post our shoe size, lol. Hi, I'm 41. My kids are 20, 7, 6. Yeah, that bastard got me with the last ones. Anyway, I've been a surgical technologist since '06 but never pursued it until 21. Today makes 3 years. Fun fact, no one came to my graduation. Not even my mother. That alone makes me an executive member of the Dull Women's Club. I got accepted into for nursing schools for this fall. I'm excited. So I decided to post this picture of me in anatomy class in my 96-year-old grandmother-esque sweater. It's missing a button. She died June 20th. I wore this sweater and put my hands in the pockets and found one of her leaders and a doobie. I smoked that B******. Hello, I'm Debs, or to use my full title, Dull as Dishwater Debs. Currently residing in Manchester, England, aged 54. A recent proud moment for me was when my boyfriend called me a stiff for my interests in literature, poetry, bookshops, and libraries. I am currently saving up to treat myself to a vintage typewriter so I can type dull stories that emanate from my dull, overthinking brain. When I'm not thinking up new ways to bore people to death, I like to participate in mundane pastimes. Like walking my dogs in my trusty wellies, cooking, watching documentaries, reading historical novels, and spending time in museums and art galleries. Are you still awake? Oh, and before I forget, I'm a shoe size 5, but just to be wild and mix things up a bit, I sometimes opt for a 4.5. Crazy, I know. Hope I don't get banned for admitting that. Have a great weekend, fellow Dulloids. X. Hello, I'm Jenny. I am blessed with a largely dull existence, which I thoroughly enjoy. In fact, after many years of high-pressure jobs, I absolutely love being able to live my life at my own pace. My favorite pastime is sitting on my veranda with my husband of 36 years and talking all manner of rubbish. I am amazed that after almost 40 years together, we never run out of things to talk about. I even enjoy his dad jokes most of the time. Now, I saw a very interesting article in yesterday's Sydney Morning Herald, Australia, that you may enjoy. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.